Hi, I'm Haya Sobh, and today I'm with Dr. Muqbil from Lawrence Tech University. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, thank you for doing this.
Of course. So tell me a little bit about yourself and your background.
I have a PhD in biochemistry. I'm a biochemist by training, and I'm a cancer researcher. So I came to Lawrence Tech in 2021. I teach mostly biochem courses and sometimes chemistry courses, and then I do cancer research. But what we're doing today is kind of part of my outreach interest. I have a huge interest in outreach activities, especially bringing more girls in STEM fields. I got this opportunity, I didn't want to miss it, and so here we are.
No, thank you. So tell me a little bit more about what we're doing here today. I know you got a grant to do this project, so what exactly is the project and what got you interested in the first place?
Okay, so as a biochemist, I'm a member of American Society of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. It's a national society, very big, has members national and international, and they give this science and outreach grant every year. So there are like 4 or 5 grants that they give, but a lot of people apply for that. So I had a great interest in it, but it just doesn't need your science idea, it needs an audience. So while working here and through many events, I met Jay Jessen. He's the director of the Marburg STEM Center, and I learned about his outreach activities. I was like, oh, this is a perfect combination, my science and your resources. So when the applications were open, I reached out to him and he was more than willing to help me. So we put together a proposal that we will bring in high school students, and we have Racket Up Detroit, which works with these students from Detroit Public School, and they agreed as well. So we wrote a proposal, and then we received the grant, and they said that our proposal was among the top ones. Wow. So which was great.
Congrats.
And so and we also deliberately put it in the month of March, because March is celebrated as Women's History Month, so we wanted to coincide it, and they liked the idea as well. And so we had them doing the GMO, which is genetically modified organisms activity. It's a kit already available through Bio-Rad. So what they do is last class they were here, they choose food items that are their favorite probably, we had a choice of food items for them, so they had to choose from them. And then they will see if they have been genetically modified or no. Because in US, if it's less than 5% of genetically modified food, you really don't have to mention it on the label. So it could be a surprise for them, like, oh, they didn't know that food is genetically modified. So that's the one part. And second part is that we'll have a debate between them. And we have the pro and against. So people who think genetically modified foods are good, and those, because this is one of the most controversial topics around, and we all know people who just don't even want to say the word GMOs. So we want to see what their opinion is, and then give them some scientific background about those pros and cons, and then see if that changed any of their ideas. So we told the students, because they are doing this for the first time, they probably never had a pipette in their hands, so it's not about what we get as a result of this, but it's an overall learning experience for them. So how do we work in the lab, how the scientific method, and then also how does the knowledge of science help you understand an important scientific concept, not just that, but how you become the advocates of science. So if you have people in your family who think that GMOs are, whatever their opinion is, and based on how this activity changed your opinion, you can help people understand. And that's one of the important things that I always have tried to make my subject so relevant, so that people who are around people who are there are so many controversies. So I always, when I teach my students, I tell them that you're not just learning to pass this class, you are the advocates. So when you go out, you tell people what you learn and how that affects your
It's all about the experience and kind of applying it into the real world. And I feel like with high school students too, when they are going to college, they're kind of a little nervous, and they're like, oh, what am I going to learn? Am I actually going to use what I'm going to learn? So it's really nice that this is something they're definitely going to learn, use in the real world. So it's really nice. No, it's really such an admirable project. And when I was reading about it, I was like, I want to see it for myself. Yeah, how have the students been doing so far? Like, are they excited?
Yes,
nervous?
I could see when I actually define in the simple terms what a genetically modified organism is, and I saw some eyebrows. Oh, okay, now we understand. So it was the first time having them here, so they were a bit nervous. We are hoping today they will be more comfortable because they have been here, and like I said, we didn't put any kind of stress on them that you have to do everything correct. Nobody does that. So I think it will be more fun today now that we will have a debate of sorts as well, and we will have them fill some questions. So we'll see if what overall impact on them would be. But we are more excited, and it seems they are excited too. So we'll see how that goes.
Good. No, that's all that matters. That everyone is excited to be there and just learning something.
Yeah, and based on how this goes, and this has been pretty easy and a fun experience. So we will do more of it every year because the grant is like they give it every year. So if they see the success of the project, they can fund you every year, and then we might have more fun projects on it, depending on who our student population is.
You must be excited about that.
Yeah, I am. I have a great interest in outreach. So this was something that I was like, I have to do.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
And thank you again for just having me today.
Thank you so much for coming here today. It was nice talking to you.